Hi Sparhawk, it's me, Sarah. I'm here at my mom's house with the beautiful lake in the background to read you a book about sailing. This is a great story, adventure story called The Legend of the Golden Snail, and it was one of Zoe's favorite books from when she was little. This is Gally, my mom's cat. She's going to help me read the story. The Legend of the Golden Snail was Wilbur's favorite story. He imagined the golden snail sailing through the magical realm to its home in the Spiral Isles. He listened with wide eyes to the part where the Grand Enchanter banished it to the ends of the earth. There it was doomed to remain, so the legend went, until a new master came to claim it. Wilbur always made his mother read that part twice. Sorry, Gally. Wilbur decided to find the golden snail. He collected all the equipment he would need for the voyage. "Behold the Grand Enchanter," he cried. "I'm off to roam the oceans, back in 100 years. "I made you a captain's hat," called his mother. And so Wilbur set sail for the ends of the earth. As he turned his little boat into the breeze, he recited the magic spell from the legend. "Snailing ship, rise and shine. Hoist your sails and trim them fine. Taste once more the salty brine, for with this spell I make you mine." "Be sure to wear your hat," called his mother. Look, he's even taking his cat on the adventure. And there he is, sailing out into the ocean. He came to a bush of blossoming butterflies. They were wilting in the sun. "I don't have time to stop," said the Grand Enchanter. "I'm off to the ends of the earth to find the golden snail." But he looked again at the butterfly buds. They seemed so hot and thirsty. There are the butterfly buds, and there they are. There he is helping them out. He saw a coral island and sailed into the little bay. All at once the island transformed into a monstrous sea creature. "Take that!" cried the Grand Enchanter, prodding the monster in its weak spot. But then he saw it was tangled in a net. Hardly a fair fight. "Hold still," he commanded. Here he is cutting the net away. A motley crew of earwig pirates aboard a bulbous bottle boat were catching unlucky lanternfish and stealing their light bulbs. The Grand Enchanter considered what to do. Perhaps he should join the pirates, then betray them and take the treasure for himself. But it was late and he had to press on for the ends of the earth. So he decided on a quicker and more courageous plan. He pulled the plug on their bottle boat. Wilbur sailed on, a little downhearted. He suspected he hadn't made a very convincing Grand Enchanter so far. He decided he would have to do better. But that afternoon, his little boat drifted into the dreadful doldrums. The doldrums are when the sea is very quiet and your sailboat doesn't sail very fast, and a lot of sailors got a little bit sad when they entered the doldrums. Some newly blossomed butterflies brought the wind back. Do you remember when he helped the butterflies, and now they're back to help him? He became ensnared in the slithering sea. A grateful friend arrived just in time. There he is, ensnared in the slithering sea, and the grateful crab that he helped earlier in the story came to help him. A wild storm blew him into the maze of madness. A glowing avenue of lights guided him safely onward. Remember the lanternfish that he saved? There they are, returning the favor. Eventually, Wilbur came to the ends of the earth. A golden shell lay gleaming in the sand. "Oh," he said, "I thought it would be bigger." But Wilbur was determined to be a proper grand enchanter and roam the ocean for 100 years, maybe even 1,000. So he held up his arms and recited the magic verse. "Snailing ship, rise and shine. Hoist your sails and trim them fine." See the little snail? The earth shook, the sky rumbled, and the golden snail emerged from its slumber. It was bigger, much bigger. Wilbur's eyes grew wide, but he kept his nerve. "Taste once more the salty brine. With this spell I make you mine." Wow, look at the golden snail, how big it is.
Go.
The magic spell was complete. The mighty beast sprouted masts and sails and a rudder. The snailing ship. It turned to its new master and waited for its command. The grand enchanter raised his arms high. But then he saw the heavy chains and the cruel collar with its bell. And there, at the ends of the earth, after all his long years of journeying, Wilbur realized that he did not want to be a grand enchanter after all. He thought back to the legend. Then he took off his hat and said, "I command you to take me to the Spiral Isles." The golden snail surged towards the crashing waves. Wilbur tied his little boat to the snail's stern and leapt aboard. To his amazement, the mighty beast reared back on its keels and lifted up into the air. They soared up, up, up through the clouds and emerged into a stunning new world, an ocean in the sky. Here's the ocean in the sky. And there they are, sailing toward the Spiral Isles. They swept down to the Spiral Isles and dropped anchor in a sheltered bay of swirling mist. "I've brought you home," said Wilbur as he stepped ashore. He put his hat on again. "I hereby release you from your enchantment." The golden snail snorted in delight as the chains, collar, and bell fell away. The rope holding Wilbur's battered boat snapped. There was a flash of light, and with a triumphant trumpeting, the snail was gone. Wilbur was alone on a cloud with no way to get home. But something was happening to his boat. The golden bell had hooked itself over the bowsprit as a parting gift. As he watched the little boat begin to glow, it had turned to solid gold, and it had wings. Wow, look at the boat. As he headed homeward, Wilbur thought about his adventures and smiled. He knew he hadn't been a very good grand enchanter, but he was probably the best gallant captain there ever was. And the captain's cat purred in agreement. I have to agree with that as well. There they are, sailing home. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story. Bye for now.